Hello, it's me again. Today I actually saw my first deer here in DeBerry. I usually see rabbits and squirrels and turtles, or tortoises, but I saw my first deer. You may have guessed it, but I'm headed to the Sunrail station, and I'm actually getting off at a station before the Winter Park station. This is the Lake Mary station. Cafe Rita, or Rita Cafe, Rita's Cafe. Has a lot of plants. They serve coffee and pastries and quiches and empanadas too. They got a pretty good selection. But I really love their vibes and like the sense of community that they foster. They have a lot of images and just things on the wall from trips, I imagine, of the owner or employees, because you see familiar faces scattered around the photos. And the workers are so nice. They always talk about the events that they're holding. And that's actually the owner, the person on the right there. He's so nice. I actually met him the first day I arrived to Central Florida when I went to the Lake Mary station. Yeah, this is the Rita's Language Cafe meetup information poster. You got a lot of games because they do game nights. And this little guy holding the hours. And I just ordered a croissant au chocolat. I think that's how it's pronounced. It was so good, so soft and warm and chocolatey. And after around 30 minutes, the next train came in, and I hopped on it to continue south to the Winter Park station. And I was a little cheeky and I wanted a selfie, but I got shy. So Winter Park, the main street, has another street that sort of branches out westward called Hannibal Main Street, but they have really good like buildings and building facades, very Tuscany Italian-esque, with a lot of ivy growing on the building facades, gargoyles, a lot of seating outside, trees. It's a really good vibes. And at the end, the western end, there's a big park as well. So it's a very nice place to walk through, and it's right next to the Sunrail, right next to Winter Park proper. Very cool. You know I'm having fun when I spend like 5 minutes in front of a wall. So cool. And here's another wall. And this shows the history of Hannibal Square. I just love the different tiles that they used, bits and broken tile, specifically made tile, and even like images of different tiles like this turtle. Winter Park is great because it sort of has like a trilogy of city life or just things to do. So you have Winter Park proper, which I'm walking through now, Hannibal Square, which we were just in, but they also have a college called Rollins College. And Florida went through a frost late January 2026, and it shows. A lot of the palms are damaged. A lot of these roses that I love smelling were also pretty damaged, but they seem like they're growing out. You could see the red leaves, the new growth, which is nice. And this is a nice callback to my morning. Although I don't think this is a deer, but close enough. So Rollins College is cool. I really don't know what they specialize in, but it feels like a seaside college. It's pretty lively. So I'm visiting this on a Friday, and it got pretty lively about midday, which is so cool to see. You could see all the youth just hanging out on the open plazas of the grass, just walking through buildings, doing their own thing. But I really love the architecture and the different types of buildings, and the connectivity, like the permeability between buildings is cool. You have some slopes, you have just general walkways, brick with brick, you have stairs. Like, it feels very intentional, as a city would, to connect you to different buildings, which I appreciate a lot. And the buildings are beautiful at that. This one was my favorite. I circled around to get a good shot for 30 minutes. Let's see if I make a postcard out of it. Stay tuned. And yeah, these are the permeable walkways. This is actually, cars can go through this, but it's actually restricted to specific cars. So students and people just use it. And I think the other thing I like of Winter Park is, due to its proximity to the college, you see a lot of students walking around Winter Park downtown, which is nice because you get a lot more life and just a lot more youth, which is nice to be around. Sort of osmosis, get their youth. Rollins College is next to various lakes, and they have a lot of seating and just quiet places to enjoy the lake. I actually came to Winter Park today for a specific purpose. I wanted to capture some cute little images and stuff for postcards. I've been in the groove of making postcards. I had fun today, and I hope you did too. I'll see you around.